and it seems that we are crossing into the hilly, the wooded hills in the distance. So we'll move us up here, right? And you feel definitely a foreboding presence as you walk through these woods and these hills and valleys. You do feel like you are unwanted here, reminiscent of your time in the Phalon territories, where you can't shake the feeling that things are watching you from the underbrush. At night, you can hear sounds of thrashing and strange reptilian calls in the distance. And it is the next day as you're getting yourselves ready to continue on your path, searching, or at least your path westward through this territory, that you see in the distance a figure emerge. It is a young boar girl. She seems to be wearing robes, like the robes of a magic user, but none that you would be familiar with. None of the colored robes of any of the like Dunwasser Academy mages. And she is carrying a wooden staff. She's far enough away that we'll say like medium range. And she just seems to be standing there staring at you. She doesn't say anything, but she does seem to be appraising you at a distance.
2 questions before we do anything.
Yes.
1, how old?
How old? Probably like late teens, early 20s. So like young woman.
Okay. I was real concerned there for a second. All right, and 2, the doc doesn't recognize anything about her?
Oh, she's undoubtedly one of the blessed.
Right, I would suspect that, but since you have insight with the blessed, I assume you would know more than any of us.
That's fair. Yeah, I think you can tell without a doubt. You may not be able to know what path she follows, but it's clear that she is a blessed one.
Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and approach and call out, "Hello there. I come in good spirits. Please, would you parley with me?"
She will appraise you for a moment, and she does not draw any closer to you, but she says, you and your friends are trespassing here. This is sacred ground on which you travel, and you are outsiders.
I'm aware they are, but I am a friend, and friend of the blessed indeed. I've defended their groves in the past. I've always had good relationships with them. I've been down the Hazel's path before. But I am here to talk, and if you would take me away, then perhaps we can avoid some hostilities.
Okay, I'm going to ask for another roll. I would ask for will and negotiation, and you can include your insider on this roll as well.
All right, so let's take a look at my negotiation. Once I let my dog out to go run around. How's my negotiation looking these days? I got a D8. I smell really nice. I got insider. So this is looking pretty good so far.
Good. I'm going to be rolling. Go D8 and a D10 too, because we're rolling against a person. Average, mediocre at best. Okay.
9 with the hounds behind me.
I like it. 2 successes. Okay. Connor is utterly clueless that shit is going down. All right. She looks at you, she looks at your friends, and she'll say, you can come alone, and we can speak privately. Just you, though. Your friends must stay here.
I shall come alone.
I put a hand on the doc's shoulder. And I guess I'm really... How tall are you?
I got like a body D6, and I'm an armadillo, so
Right.
the answer is probably half your size.
Yeah, so I look down at you sternly and I say, you have this one conversation, make peace with them. When you come back, it will be done.
I understand. And I will turn somberly around and head off alone.
Okay. She stays ahead of you no matter how hard you try to close the distance between the two. She seems to remain just out of magical reach until you find yourself
Mhm.
beside a small creek. And at this point, she appears standing beside a tree, and you're able to close the distance to be able to speak at a normal tone and range. Um, I need a name. Let's see here. I actually want to use our name generator. Ripe is such a it's such a loaded nickname.
Hachi Denora.
I like Denora. Okay, we're gonna go with Denora. Okay, so she introduces herself as Denora Blessed. I'll write this in the chat. Okay, so she introduces herself as Denora the Blessed, follower of the path, and asks you for your name in return.
I'm usually but only a doctor, but in the interest of good faith and that show of trust, I am William.
All right. Okay. So this is significant, of course. You're exhausting your anonymous gift with this woman.
That's right. Someone who probably is well aware. It's like, oh, you could have totally just not.
Yeah. She seems to have an uncanny sight about her, like a wisdom. I almost said wiseness, which is itself a really stupid thing to say. But yeah, she has a bit of a wisdom about her where she seems to see things beyond the obvious, beyond that of this mortal plane. And so she nods in appreciation as you name William. I like this name has kind of become canon. And she says, William, you travel into our lands. You are not, you are not a member of the Avoirdupois soldiers, clearly. However, I do sense that some of your traveling companions bear us ill will. Do you know why you are here?
I do. And I suppose to be clear, I'm from Bruges originally. I grew up there, and I've since been traveling quite a fair bit. In the Overpar lands, I've been many times with Sir Connor, who is out there. But I believe it is Harmon who is on his mission. And his mission, as I have heard it, is that he has come to destroy the Grove. Or at least all those within it. And it pains my heart to even think of such a thing.
She has a wry smile as you confess this, and maybe like a pitying look, and she says, our grove has stood safe and strong for centuries. I doubt that it is in any real danger from your friends, no matter how capable. However, this still does not mean that that any are just granted access to pass through this place. However, I see good in you. I can tell that you are a pure heart, one who walks a complicated path between of mixed allegiance. And if you can give me your word and promise that you go in peace, I can offer you safe passage through this place. However, I must warn you that the spirits will defend themselves when necessary. All of this is nature's order, and should you break your promise, untold horrors will be visited upon you and those that you care about.
Of course, of course. I just have to ponder how this will go down. Because thinking in my own brain, it's like, well, I can come back to the group and say, like, yeah, they say they'll let us walk in peace, but I'm pretty sure Harmon will go and try to find them and murder them. So the doctor is just thinking, going, I can't accept the offer, but I know Harmon to be a dedicated man. If there's a goal in front of him, he will attempt to see it through. If nothing but for his own honor, he has accepted the contract to do so. If I can return to them with this deal, to at least say that we could go in peace, and tell them of the danger should they happen to break it. However, even so, I would please beg you to follow the vows that we both do follow, to not engage, to even flee, to go as far away from that man as possible, and if you were to hear his blade, to not even turn back as you run.
Chef's kiss. I love it. Is good. She nods and she says, I have heard your warning, and I appreciate the spirit in which it has been offered. This place is our home, and we have been sworn to defend it, to defend a thing that is much greater than ourselves and our own lives. I implore you not to fear for us, but I do appreciate it, William.
I cannot help but do so. It's my home too.
Oh my god, heartbreaking. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to think if there's any kind of boon that would make sense that she could give you, because I feel like you have comported yourself quite well here.
There's a ton of cool blessed magic stuff. And a lot of them is literally just roll successes and something kind of weird happens.
Well, you need the blessed ways before you can pick up any of these.
Right, you need like their
paths.
specific paths, and those paths like have a specific band of things that can happen. But
Yeah,
you could
it's,
probably roll a set of dice that makes sense.
It's designed to be portfolio based. It's
Mhm.
like
Designed to be
sympathetic
annoying.
magic, such as Hawthorne being aspected to boundaries and Willow being aspected to sorrow and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
It's my most hated type of magic in the entire Ironclaw spectrum.
Yeah, it's not. It's a little out there.
The
Like-
doctor's just like, if I had gone down a different path, maybe I would have ended up a Hazel Mage.
Say 11 years
Seductionist.
11 years of Ironclaw, and I'm about to go and fight these blessed, and even I don't know what the hell to expect.
Yeah.
Blessed magic, man.
There are
All right, Harmon comes in swinging. Oh, looks like a portal to the underworld open beneath him. It's gone.
13 different tables of 4 different results.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not that a portal of the underworld will open up underneath you. It's more like you might wander down the wrong path and might wind up trapped 800 years in the past.
Well, no, say one of the paths, one of the options is literally portal to the underworld. So, I mean, or to the afterlife or something like that.
Well, see, you guys also, I keep forgetting you guys are gamers, so you read portal as a magical hole that opens up in the ground and swallows stuff up, and not a thing you actually walk through.
Well, no, I'm just imagining what's the most useful way to make somebody go through a portal. It's not hope they're blind to what's ever in front of them. It's hope they just stand still for a second.
Well, and also you said the magic word there, which is what's the most useful. Magic is not useful.
I'm not playing a magic user this time, so I guess that speaks for something as well.
Yeah.
But I believe
so
what you would
cool.
do here, if you wanted to just see like what the rank is, I believe they roll 2d6 normally, and then if they
Yeah.
have any bonus dice, they roll more, and then the number of successes depends on what's happened.
So each of the
One would be like a
Exactly.
D8 assistance, a 2 would be a D12.
Yeah, and each of the paths does have a magic thing, right? And also, the more you sacrifice, the more like if you live outside of a city, you can get bonus dice. If you live outside the
So
Which is true right
I
now.
was just remembering the living outside of a city one, and for some reason in my mind, I was thinking that was the bonus for all of them. And I'm thinking, okay, the old Mongol capital was a yurt tent city, so I can make the argument with that if we just set up a bunch of tents outside the grove, that'll count as a city, and I'll get a bonus negative.
it's got to be if you can get 50 people. It
Yeah.
says at least 50.
I know, and then I remembered, oh wait, that's just for one tappable gift. A lot of effort for nothing.
There's another if you're violent.
The way
there's
of
another if you're
rustication.
right on.
I mean, no, that's the vampire way of dealing with people. You hear that they have a weakness, and you start spending all of your resources to start forcing them to deal with their weakness.
Well, I mean,
you
also,
slowly siphon their power off as part of a grand plan.
if they fight together as a group, they're all going to lose that are you in a group with other people one as well.
But that's
Yeah.
why they don't show up at the battle.
Hmm.
That's why
Very,
we're bringing
very
the
cool
battle to
stuff.
them.
So we're gonna do this because I just wanted to do something cool because that was some good role play and this is some very cool magic we're dealing with. So she's gonna offer you sort of it will be like a flower crown kind of. It'll be a crown that's made out of wood, and you can see it has flowers and sort of like nuts woven into it as well. And basically, it's a magic item that will let you have a single use of the Hazel Path ability, which is a stunt. You can call on the Hazel Spirits. You will not be able to roll more than 2d. So the way that this works, like you guys were pointing out, is that there are a bunch of blessed gifts that you can get that give you bonus d6s for these kinds of rolls, depending on circumstances. In this case, the magic is coming from this item that you have, so it's going to be capped at a d6. But it's 2d6 versus 3. If one or more successes, you can use a wand stick as a dowsing rod to search for an item, which basically lets you make a searching roll with supernatural stuff, or grants a bonus to a negotiation dice up to medium range, which is interesting. And if you get both successes, then after talking to a target for 5 minutes, you can divine the cause of their sorrow, hate, or despondency, or get a d12 bonus on a skill die if you're using the tracking gifts. If you're using the tracking gift, which you don't have, or produce a sprig of hazel in your hand.
Ah, yes, exactly. Just
really the most game breaking of all of the.
I can't believe you would write that in, Rafferty. How could you? It's just gone to destroy everything.
I love it. It's so hard for me to explain. It's like, this is all Gardnerian tradition, guys. This isn't, you guys have read the read, right?
I love it, though. I love it.
It's it's kind of in that category of like, most of the time when you get to D&D, it's like a wizard did it and magic does anything you want. And this was like, well, we wanted to get closer to that. We tried so hard to explain it. And I'm just going to be over here because it's like, I know most people would, much rather have whiz-bang Marvel Cinematic Universe magic. So,
where's my laser beam? But
that was something, honestly, it's something that I think attracted me to Jade Claw, the first edition, which was the first one of these books that I got into, was they had spells that were like weird. Like you would make a promise to a ghost and then they would follow you around, or like you would like you prevent people from saying things. I don't know. It was just the mechanics.
My favorite triumphant conversation. Well, my second favorite is triumphant conversation, which is you can speak to anyone in any language, but you can't lie because it's a triumphant conversation.
There you go. Yeah,
you're supposed to be understood, so you can't be misunderstood. My favorite is break the golden chain to release the dragon, where you say, "I will now break the golden chain." You wave your arms like this, and it makes a bunch of fireworks go off, and then you just run away.
Exactly. Yeah, it looks like it sounds very imposing, but it's all just smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors, or
it's fun.
The column that's still in there, which is for everyone who fails, you count the failures, and that's how much damage it does to one person. So if there's 9 people, it's a crap ton of damage. There's only one person that doesn't do anything, and it's So that we had some some good authors behind that and some good ideas. I mean, I like the blessed stuff, but it's also like, you have to get kind of weird and spacey to appreciate it. So, yeah.
I've literally been pondering, like, I could take the blessed path, but I'm like, I could also start resurrecting people. It's a little late.
I was this close to playing a blessed because they're one of my favorite things to play in the game.
Maybe Anushka could pick it up. It'd be funny.
They're very cool.
I'd have to be. Anushka's not the right character for it.
Yeah, that's true.
I have played blesseds in the past.
City Girl.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
remember it for the future, though. All this, there's so many fun things to do.
So the weirdest thing is they are the class that can basically do anything if they can score enough successes. That's another weakness of the game is we're used to telling people, okay, if you do this and this and this and this, you can max out your dice and roll 13 of them.
And here you just don't get that many.
And then blow up the world. And, a lot of players don't necessarily understand that. Or you can't necessarily write the game for the minimaxers because not every player will be a minimaxer.
Right.
And not figure that out. Like you just saw today where somebody charged me, it was like, well, I just focused and rapid aim and just murdered them because all of this stuff stacks in exactly that way.
Yeah.
So,
but I suppose for now, the doctor is returning from his meeting, and he's got this pretty little flower crown on and everything. He's got a little smile to himself right now. It's like, oh, I feel so pretty. And then he sees his friends like, okay, I've got to pretend to be serious.
And you tell us everything that was said.
I will go ahead and share. I've spoken with them, and we are allowed to pass through in peace if we maintain our peace. And of course, they have levied their threat that don't do anything not peaceful. You know what? I need to work on my words. All of that was wrong, but we are allowed to go in peace, and I highly recommend it.
If you so desire, then I will allow you to travel ahead of me, and I will wait before I do my deeds.
Aren't you here to kill the witch?
I'm here to kill all of them. But I understand that you do not want to participate in such actions, and I am not about to drag you into my mission. So,
I mean, this is the read, which is
they have given me the warning.
Yeah,
as I've said, if you do not wish to, I am more than willing to allow you to take them up on their offer to pass peaceably through them, and I will wait until you have done so, and then I will instigate my operation.
I appreciate that. I don't need to be told twice. I'm off like a prom dress.
Yeah. I will be going on ahead with Anushka as well. And Harmon, you can always run away.
I didn't know you hated me.
We don't hate you. We fear you, which is better than being loved, depending upon who you ask.
Just words from a pacifist, that's all. And I'm off.
Yes, pacifist
it's Sir
with a kill
Connor
count.
and his team going to stay. That's the funny part.
Didn't Sir Connor send his soldiers back with the other guy to escort the person that they invariably murdered along the way?
Yeah, you didn't have to send all of them, but we should figure it out. Yeah.
So, Sir Connor, what's your status?
Well, yeah, I think all my soldiers are away. I think I'd have Potter with me. And there's nothing that knights love more than desecrating religious areas. So,
I'm sorry, I think you got those confused with archaeologists.
Knights, the archaeologists of their day.
well, yeah.
Tree belongs in a museum.
I would say of the two categories, though, like archaeologists have like a thin pretense for why they desecrate religious sites, whereas I feel like most knights are like, no, we're here for the desecration. That's the whole point. So
it's
Part
one
of it is the
thing-
cross-border with imperialism, where you're going there to steal from another country their artifacts to bring back to yours to show off to your people, rather than the native people having their things.
Yeah, it's that latter thing. There's a difference between showing up, digging it up, cataloging it, and leaving it there, and digging it up and taking it all.
Yeah, and my point is that most knights of this era, if they went on a quest to find a thing, they're probably there to destroy it. Like, they're probably like, oh, good, we found the heathen monument. We are now going to destroy it in the name of the true God.
Oh yeah,
No,
we're
the
in feudal
quest-
ages. Loot and pillage everything.
No, the quest for the Holy Grail wasn't so much about destroying the Grail.
That's fair, too. But in that case, they believe that the artifact was of their own religion.
Yeah, the
Or
Holy
I
Grail
guess they did.
is kind of weird because it's kind of stapled in the Arthurian legend as, Catholic. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, not, once again, speaking of games and how they're fun, when you show up in somebody else's country and you don't respect their religious beliefs, you blow or burn their stuff down. So if the Abrapla get here, they will destroy the grove.
Well, they are here.
Right.
Well,
And
there we go. That's why I'm
Connor's,
not being a part of it.
Connor's becoming a crusader, so this is only proper.
Yep.
Indeed,
Might as
yeah,
well start with
actually.
war.
The war has changed us all in palpable ways. Well, not me. I'm still the same guy.
But war.
Killed
will
my
have
friend
to-
for $1. Now I'm killing the Terra Grove for $240.
But Harmon has found love, and isn't that the greatest gift of all?
Well, no, I have to find it again. I have to
Oh
save
no,
her.
it's the greatest battlefield of all. Love is a battlefield. That's right. That's
Love is War. It is
Mhm.
my favorite anime opening.
There you go. Okay, so there's one more issue that needs to be resolved before you can kill all of these people, though, which is finding them. And Harmon, if you're on your own, well, it's you and Connor are going to have to try to find these guys.
Connor, start lighting the torches.
That's true. I mean, you can always just start burning things, and then they'll probably find you. That is another.
So yeah, either that or they'll start putting the
forward.
fires out, and we just have to look for the parts of the forest that aren't burning like they should be.
Mm.
So they have to defend their ground. All we have to do is assault. It's easier to do. Especially when your part of the defense is burnable.
Okay, hold on. Time for me to set the stage. Because I think that makes the most sense, probably. Rather than trying... Because you guys aren't particularly good at finding things, right?
Nope. Our good talker and our
Yeah.
good locator just went off.
Just took off, so...
Yeah,
This is the
and like I
funny
said,
part.
Yeah, and probably we gave them, an hour? I don't know how long we would assume it would take them to get through the grove, but give them about an hour before we start our operations so that they have time to clear the battlefield and get through the entire area peacefully. We're not doing any weird shit like, using them as a cover to suddenly assault. I did think about that originally when we found the guy and you guys kept him alive. Oh, we'll just have him at the front of the Lutera Grove and just have him start calling for help. It's like, no, I'm killing him for that reason. I'm not going to use him for the same reason.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be terrible. That'd be wonderful hypocrisy in action.
Yeah, and Harmon is not about that. Harmon got super angry that they would do it. Harmon's not going to do it himself.
Have you considered giving Harmon honor as a gift?
I thought about it, but I have so many other gifts in the lineup that I could just roleplay honor without actually having honor.
True.
I don't need the mechanical benefit. I mean, I think if anything,
Fair enough.
Harmon would have overconfidence more than he would have honor.
That too.
But again, I don't need it. I don't need I can roleplay it without the mechanical benefit.
Okay. So, as you guys begin to light fires in the brush, you can see a pillar of smoke building towards the sky and catching on the wind. And it does not take long before you hear a thudding in the ground and a shaking of the trees. And from two separate directions, you see parting through the canopy line, large ferocious toothy maws of these dinosaurs. What are they called? We fought one before and mixed it up.
The Supernaut one or
The
other
big
one?
one, yeah.
Because remember, there's two different ones. I seem to
yeah.
recall that, or we got the stats wrong. Because I remember we had to kill one because you got the stats
Yeah,
wrong,
we
and then we had
messed
to kill
it
the
up.
second one just to be sure.
Fearsome lizards, Bethrak.
Yeah, the Bethrock are the smaller ones. You had
small
Kirith are
ones.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Apologies to these Gaelic.
What did you say? Yes, this is the
The
Wad
Kirith, the big ones.
Kirith.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the big boys.
Is
Of
it Celtic or Celtic? It's a good question.
Of which we killed one months ago.
Yes. Okay. We don't have a lot of time left, but let's see. This might be over quick. So,
Oh, we're just doing their fights. Yeah, it'll be over quick.
yeah, we got Connor and we've got Harmon. They're both fairly competent.
Where on the map do you
Why
want
don't you
us?
guys come out in the middle here so we have the most room to zoom, right? And by the time you guys hear their approach, I'm actually going to make these guys a little bit bigger because they should be really, really big. Really, really big. Cool. And what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I'm going to put them actually out here on the edges because you guys can hear them from quite a ways off. Okay, we're going to get rid of the grid. Okay, and you guys can roll initiative. You can roll versus 3. Even though they're far away, they're quite obvious that they're coming towards you. Looks like 2 successes from each. Okay. So yeah, I think these guys are the ones initiating the fight, so they're going to charge. There it is. Okay. They've got a pretty good speed, so we're going to dash for 9. Yeah, 9, and their stride is 3, so they can close the distance. All right, Connor, this dude is charging you. Rah! That was his dash. He's gonna bite you.
Before anything, I break focus
Okay.
to move right here, so that counter has a tactics bonus.
Nice.
All right, and I'm going to interrupt to attack it.
Okay, cool. It will counterattack you. You see what it's got. Counterattack with its teeth. Roar. Jesus, 5d12. Fun times.
And of course, Akimbo gives me favor.
Okay. Cool. Well, you did get the 12.
And 2 11s.
6 damage.
Damn. Okay. All right. This guy's soaking 3d12. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So soaked the 6 damage to 3 damage.
Take my focus off too, because I interrupted.
Yeah, sorry, I leaned back for a second.
Yep. So reeling for sure. And they have frenzy, which they can use to negate afraid, but I don't know if that's an action.
Is he
going
going
to
to tap it or not?
He's going to tap it. He doesn't want to be afraid.
All right. Reeling, hurt, and injured.
Okay, cool. And the buddy is going to come in too. Also, 10. Dash of 9, stride of 3. So actually 12. Yeah, he can get up to you as well.
So even if not, he's clearly massive, so his range would be...
Would be larger too. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think that's out of my ability to give you tactics.
No problem. I can still parry this one.
Yeah, so what does Giant do again? It gives you a range. You can attack up to reach.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do back up to 2 instead of 1.
but
So
I
it
don't
actually
think
makes
that
more
affects,
sense.
threat.
That makes more sense for him to attack at a distance, because then you can't counterattack, right?
He can still parry, but
Yeah.
use the same dice.
Yeah. It just means you can't take damage. So yeah,
That means I can't take damage. If this guy had been smart enough to do that, he wouldn't be injured right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack at a little bit of range so that you can't just stab him. All right, here we go. 5d12 coming at you, Connor. And these guys don't have tactics dice. So
Well, you can't hit him anyway.
Why can't I?
He's got cover and he rolled a 12. So nothing you roll is going to affect him.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. All right. Okay, then. That was my turn. It's your turn.
All right.
You go
I'm
first,
going
you're
to
double
have-
affected.
Pardon?
I said you go first, you're double affected.
Oh yeah, and this guy's still up, so I'm going to aim and attack him.
Okay. He's reeling, so he can't counter, but he will parry with his claws. It's 40-12. Whoosha. Okay.
5
Looks like
damage. Oh, 7 damage, sorry.
Okay. He's got Die Hard, so he's soaking with 3d12 and 2d6. Come on, baby. Come on, don't die me now. 3d12, 2d6. Yeah. 5
Yeah,
successes.
no change.
Okay.
I guess I'll aim and attack now. Same target.
All right. Same thing. Parry. 40-12. Herp.
Yeah, but you don't have cover, do you? You're super massive.
Because I'm big. Yeah.
So that's 6 damage.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, so 3d12 and 2d6. 1, 2.
It's 4, so
All
you're
right.
dying, so unless you had something to tap.
I do have a combat save. Yeah, he doesn't have toughness. Okay, well, he's tapping the combat save so he doesn't die. So what does that do? Going from dying to just injured?
Yeah, just injured. This is usually when you leave, unless you're so territorial you won't give ground.
Or you're being mind controlled by forest wizards, but we'll see.
Alright, so no change. That's our turn.
No
Your
Well,
turn.
that's defending the homeland.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're not going to flee, but they are going to defend themselves and not press the attack right now. Boop. So recovering and guarding. While this guy is going to press the attack. Right, you can do that. I'm going to aim an attack. Connor, take another bite at you.
All right, let's parry it.
All right. Because we're aiming, these guys do have veteran. Be 60-12.
Also, they don't have pack tactics.
Do they get pack tactics? Die Hard, improved fight. No. Nope. They're not really like pack fighters.
Of course not. They're super
No, they're
mounts.
apexes, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the big ones hunted with the smaller ones.
Hubbadoo. All right. Gonna eat Connor.
3 successes.
Wow.
3 successes, and their teeth, it's damage +1 in grapple.
Have you used your
So-
personality today?
I have not.
What's the damage?
The damage is +1, so it'd be 4 damage total, and he'd be grappled. In my teeth.
Oh, +1 ain't that scary.
Yeah, they're still just teeth at the end of the day. Okay. Do we have a cool token for grapple?
Oh, you just get to draw tiny T-Rex arms.
There we go. Okay. So it's this guy here. He takes a bite onto Connor. Connor, he's got you in his jaws, and that's it for my turn. It's back to your turn.
I mean, you want to go first?
All right.
You know, I got no rally.
I'll recover from reeling and guard.
All right, and
Okay.
I'll aim and attack the same guy again.
Put him down. Okay. He will try to counter with his claws. He can't counter with his teeth. So he'll counter with 4d12. He is guarding, so 5d12.
Oh, look at that count up. If only the body had been a 6, I would have appreciated it more.
Oh. The
We'll
9
say-
screened out most of it, but yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Nice. Okay. He's already used his combat save. He does soak with 3 and 2 is 5. So let's see. 3d12, 2d6. Yeah, okay. So 4 soaks. What was your total successes?
So he's down to
damage?
dying again.
Okay, this time it's going to stick. Bleh.
That's my turn.
The
I'm
thing
done.
lets out a massive roar, and this guy is not having it. So you are grappled in its teeth. It's going to make another attack against you. Connor, we're going to try to bite you in half.
Okay, let's counter. Wait, no, I can't counter because this one's far away. So I'll parry.
Oh, you are grappled. I feel like this is where the game mechanics and the narrative doesn't really add up exactly. But
Well, he's bitten and grappled, right?
yeah, should he be able to counter?
Yeah, you can
Even
still
though this
counter
guy's at
when you're
range.
grappled.
It's
I
just
mean-
a case of he's at range a little
Well,
bit because this
the
guy's
problem-
a giant.
Yeah, but you
Problem
got to
is-
be touching him with something.
The problem is you're at range, so you can't counter with a you can't counter when you're being grappled at range.
Well, he
'cause
parried anyway.
Yeah, you can still parry.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. We're gonna roll it.
Only things that matter are 12s.
5d12. Come on, 12.
We didn't start worrying about
Got a
scaling issues until later because we didn't have a lot of monsters in the game.
So it's 3
That
damage.
makes sense.
Wait, is
3
it still
damage
a
for
bite?
Connor. It's a bite. Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 damage. It's just a
And
reeling.
you
It's just
soak.
the hurt condition again.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. And then he's gonna guard with second action. Back to you.
All right. Recover from reeling and guard.
All right, I will stride. And that puts you within my attack range too. And I'll guard as well. We all know what we're good at around here.
Exactly. You're facing off against the T-Rex. The T-Rex is going to he's going to keep his guard up and he's just going to keep nomming on Connor. Sooner or later these D12s are going to
I mean,
wear
he
you
can't really bite me. He's got Connor in his mouth until Connor breaks free or something. So
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
let's
Connor?
clear that.
I got my 11. Feeling good. Damn. Connor's wedging his mouth open. All right, that's it for me. So it's you guys again.
well, I'm closer, so I guess I'll go first. I think my normal is still just no. I won't guard. I'll aim and attack again. No,
Aim
wait,
and
no. I will normal guard. I'll guard and attack. Connor's not next to him to give me tactics bonus, so I don't want to risk my 1 bonus.
Gotcha. I'm going to counter with my claws. They're also damage +1, and because I'm guarding, it's also 5d12.
Not a great roll.
Ooh, got my 12. You got a 9, so it's just 2 damage
Two
coming
damage.
at you.
And I soak it, but I'm reeling.
All right.
Now counter.
All right, so you're saying I can't attack it, though it's got a hold of me, the body part. I'm just going to recover from reeling and guard again.
Are you able to get closer?
I think you can close the distance with a grappled
Okay.
character. I don't think you can widen the distance, though.
Yeah, you can move closer, not further.
Right.
Sorry, what was that, Connor? You going to stride in?
Yeah, so
Cool.
take off the guarding.
Okay. My beastie. Nah, he likes you, Connor. He's going to try to eat you one more time.
All right, let's parry this one.
Hup! You could counter this one if you wanted to.
I already said I'm going to parry it, so might as well.
Okay. All right, parried. And I'm guarded, so I'm going to stay guarded. So that's it for me. Back to you.
Let me go first so I can recover from reeling.
All right, so you don't want me to rally you?
No, because I would rather you attack. So let me recover from reeling, now you attack, and then I'll attack.
All
So you
right.
get tactics.
Aim
Yes.
and attack.
So the tactics are in play.
Okay. I'm going to counter
It'll work as a
with my
team.
massive D12s. I got the 12.
I have
Ugh.
a favorite bonus for Akimbo, so re-rolling the d12.
Yeah, there you go. Didn't break a 6. It was bound to happen eventually. So what do you got here? I see 1, 2,
8.
3, 4. Yep. That becomes, because it's critical.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then +2, 8.
Okay, cool. All right. Soaking with 3d12. And I soak 2 of it. It's down to 6. That would be bad, but I still have my death save. But it would soak it down to 6. So death save would just make me dying instead of overkilled. Is that how that works?
Yeah, dead to dying, I think.
Wait, death save? What are you talking about?
Combat save, as we saw.
Combat save.
Combat
Sorry.
save turns
save
dead into
removes-
dying, doesn't it?
Your combat save removes
Okay.
dead or dying. If you tap it, you're not dying or you're not dead.
Okay, so he's
Oh,
just
okay,
hurt,
so I'm
injured,
just-
reeling.
Badly
You're
hurt.
just injured again.
Well, if you're overkilled, you're still sent dying.
Overkilled. Are you overkilled?
Yeah, it would have been 6.
Overkilled, it replaces it with dying.
Oh, right,
You're
right. Dying, dead
Yeah,
is 5.
so-
I forgot that.
Yeah, it keeps you from dying, but we wanted people to be afraid of dying.
It's
so,
been
yeah.
forever since we got the specific dead result, 5.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a while. We usually go way over it.
Yep.
So,
Team
yeah.
tactics. This is how team tactics works between Harmon and Connor.
Yep, and Connor manages to get his sword into the thing's brain through its mouth, or something like that. In any case, it collapses to the ground, and Connor, you roll out of its jaws, and you can tell that it's still alive, but it's struggling, and it won't be for much
This
longer.
is the same cutting sword I bear. I went straight through the skull.
Okay.
I mean, I know that we're close to the end here, but technically the thing would have toughness too, wouldn't it?
This thing does not have toughness. It does have Die Hard.
If it has
and does
Die
get a
Hard, the
combat
requirement
save.
for Die Hard is toughness. That's why I'm saying it should have toughness.
No,
It
I'm just
doesn't
looking
have
at the
toughness.
stats in the
That's a little
book.
Weird.
Yeah, based
Give
on the
it
list in the book,
toughness.
it doesn't have
Well,
it.
that's why I said I knew that's what we're near the end, so.
Yeah,
Well, it's a monster. I wouldn't worry about it.
yeah. I mean, maybe next time I'll keep that in mind for the next
These
one.
things
You
just can't
guys
stay
fight
alive.
when I throw more dinosaurs.
Well,
Yeah,
they're a lot scarier to new players. They're not scarier to us endgame people.
Oh boy, Nishka, am I glad we don't have to fight dinosaurs or something. Could you imagine? Ah, that'd be terrible.
I just mean it's the 4th T-Rex that we've killed now.
yeah. In the distance, you hear a scream of a mighty T-Rex being felled in the forest. But okay, so
Yeah, it's not a monster heavy game, but
Mhm.
people want monsters, so
Sometimes you need them.
the
Yeah.
monsters are a lot nastier in Book of Monsters because we spent more time thinking about it.
I don't know that I consider a T-Rex a monster though.
That's another question for another day.
It's like
It's
it's
a
an
beast.
animal. Yeah, it's an animal.
yeah.
In a world where
Yeah, you guys
reptiles
aren't
are
scared.
animals,
This creature does 5d12 on its attack, and you're not scared.
I do
No.
5d12. At
Exactly.
At best, it's my equal.
Right?
Remember I
Nuts.
just said I'm a legend because I do 5d12.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's where we're going to end it for today because we are out of time. But Connor and Harmon have unequivocally declared war on the Blessed Ones in their holy territory. The Doctor and Anushka have continued up the road on their quest to find Colette. And
The most successful split the party yet.
I know, right? We'll see how this goes. We'll pick it up next week and see what exactly happens to our intrepid heroes as they face down the holy might of the Lutherists. I'm going to have to read a lot of blessed gifts. Hooray.
I tell you,
But
it
in
won't
the
help you
meantime,
much.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm willing to help with some of this. If it's going to kill Theta, I'm willing to help.
I'll be honest, I welcome that, because when Raph helps control the bad guys, they tend to do smarter tactical things that makes
Well,
it more
it's-
of a combat.
It's a very moving parts system. So
Yeah.
it's what I've talked about in some of our other podcasts about the killer DM, because the game, like even any role playing game, can get a lot more dangerous if the GM is using a lot more tools.
I mean, these guys were confident. They seem to know the strategy to defend their grove, so they're not the dumb guys who don't do the smart things. Don't need
They
to.
should be, yeah.
I'm saying you don't need to fight them as dumb mercenaries who do dumb shit all the time.
It's true. It's true.
Right.
These
And in this
guys have-
case, you're dealing with people who are probably highly trained practitioners, probably able to get 4 more successes, and could literally rain down spears from the sky.
I mean, I'm assuming you guys haven't watched it, maybe, but Shang-Chi. This is very much a Shang-Chi
seen it.
scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
wanna
Like
watch it.
sacred, they have a sacred grove that they are defending, and they have ancient magics and stuff. So it should be suitably epic, and maybe even a little one-sided. But it's just gonna take some reading. It's not a problem. It's interesting too, and who knows? Maybe you guys will exterminate the seat of Lutherist power in Calabria. Why not?
I do feel these 2 characters are 2 characters who could probably survive. I don't think they're going to be able to fight the level of magic they're about to meet.
Well, when
That's
you
my
say
opinion.
why not, it's like, oh, and plunge the entire country into war.
Yes.
Yeah, but also to some degree, you guys have created super powered characters. If you can't mess with the landscape of the country, like that's kind of what we're here for. On some
Also,
level, too.
destroying this one grove is not going to plunge the Luterists out of power. This is one grove.
Upsetting the power balance between the Aberdapaw
important.
and the Bilero might get the Bisclave involved. So
One would think
They're
they
all
already would have been.
We already know they're going to be involved.
they're
Sea
waiting.
invasion.
The Bisclave are probably waiting to see who wins and then what shape they're in. Because
But-
if they're weak
Mhm.
enough, it's called looting the burning house.
What's going to happen
Yum.
is that we're going to go through all this whole war with the Dolero and Aberdapaw, and finally, one of these times, Raph is going to say, let's go to Triskellion, and we're just going to fucking go to Triskellion. It's going to be under Bisclave leadership.
Well, as long as
Pretty
there's
good.
no De La Vega before I do.
Right.
No, he was the first one against the wall.
Exactly. It'll be like a Gangs of New York twist where the big showdown happens and then you realize like, wait, shit matters anymore. Everybody's already dead. But in any case, let's do our wrap up for the session. Thank you guys for playing. Let's go down, reintroduce our characters, and if you've got anything you'd like to include for the debrief, that's appreciated. I don't did we complete any goals today?
Nope.
We
I don't think
got
so.
some new goals.
We got halfway down the walk to them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah,
you
we
guys
halfway
remind
to
me.
the last one. Discover. We did discover. We haven't defeated yet the witches of the Terror Grove.
Hmm.
So we're halfway through that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so Theta, why don't you take it away? Reintroduce Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon, Mule Soldier. Personality is relentless. Motto is victory or death.
Okay, and Arcloid with the with Connor.
Getting me all confused with Griffin here.
I
Yeah.
know.
Both very handsome men, but
It's a compliment.
I am Arclord. I play Connor Levere de Ecrivis, the brazen raccoon knight whose motto is one hand washes the other.
Okay. And Griffin?
Hi, I'm William, the doctor.
Hmm.
My motto is first do no harm, second get paid. Also, I'm Griffin, and this is Theta. We run the stream. You can see us Sundays and Wednesdays, where we have a bunch of different games. Pathfinder later today.
Cool. Perfect. And speaking of plugging stuff, Rafferty.
Yes, I work for Sanguine Games, where we're hard at work getting more Ironclaw stuff out the door. I'm very excited about Book of Corals, but it's got a lot it needs. So, working on it. Real soon.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm Red. You can find me on startplayinggames.games as Red Rabbit. Come book me for a game if you'd like to play something. And I think that's all for today. I'm looking through the chat for the wording on these goals, but I'll figure it out. In
We'll
any
get
case,
it all sorted out.
yeah. So yeah, have fun on your other games today, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you, everybody.
Take care.